Hey everyone, I am Janine Miller Delaney here with The Heart's Way, and I'm here with my good friend RJ Iyer, yes, who I also got to meet in a trance channeling class. And so I want to welcome all of you. RJ's a special guest today, and she and I have gotten to practice together just a few times, so I'm excited to have RJ back and see what being of higher light would like to come through her and share with all of us. So welcome to our trance channeling practice, and welcome RJ. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm genuinely so excited because every time we have done this, it's been so magical.
It
Um,
has been, yes. It's always
yeah,
exciting because we just never know who's going to show up. Yeah.
I was thinking same thing. Like I have no idea, and that's sort of the magical part.
It really is. Yeah. So we'll give you
Yeah.
some time to sit
Yes.
back, get into your space, and
Good day to you.
good day.
I am Lakshmi, and I am present with you.
Hmm. Welcome, Lakshmi. Did I say that correctly?
Yes,
We.
my spirit is very alive today and tomorrow and throughout the weekend in particular, especially in the part of the world where the channel resides.
Can you tell me more about who you are and this
I
area? Yeah.
I am the energy of prosperity in all its forms,
Mm.
be it wealth, health, happiness, all of it. Prosperity and thriving in every form is something I embody.
Wonderful. And you mentioned that you are especially active right now in
Mhm.
the area, say, where our channel is in India.
The channel is not as connected to any religion, but she does reside in this country where the festival that honors my energy is being celebrated tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
So she feels it. She feels my energy. And there is a certain potency to a large group of, of people or beings focusing on a certain frequency that calls forth that frequency in a very potent way.
Oh, that
And
makes
right
sense.
now, an entire nation is calling forth, one way or another, my frequency, the frequency of prosperity.
Mm. I love your frequency. That sounds wonderful, and I've never heard of you before. Can you
We
tell
are
me
so
more?
happy to meet you.
So, you are an energy, so not necessarily individual beings of any type.
Yes, we are. I am an energy, a frequency. We can be thought of as an individual being or multiple, but underneath it all is a particular frequency.
Is this are you a frequency that we all can embody or can invite into ourselves?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, your part of the world feels, a large part of your part of the world feels this frequency very strongly.
Mm. Is there is there anything that we can do to be more open to invite you in? Or, yeah, do you have any suggestions for us to allow your frequency to embody us more?
Yes, the very first step would be understanding what true prosperity is.
Mm.
Usually, prosperity is thought of as the frequency of money alone.
Mm.
But prosperity goes so much beyond that. It is the frequency of thriving. It means you feeling from within at your most expansive, free, abundant, generous, and healthful self.
Mm.
You might have heard this term, the vortex,
Yes.
that within that is the frequency of prosperity. So when you take some time to appreciate life, to give freely and with a full heart, then you respect your body and treat your body with kindness. When you allow yourself to flow with life with as much joy as you can, you will start to really feel that frequency.
Mm.
And that combined feeling is where you want to be. It is not that hard to feel that.
It reminds me, for me, when I am able to be more open and experiencing this frequency, your frequency of prosperity, for me, it feels like it starts with acceptance, ac- unconditional acceptance of myself and everyone and everything. And somehow that feels like it helps me to move into the flow of life. Is that fitting for what you're explaining as far as helping us to be open?
Yes. Acceptance is one of the doors to enter this frequency, you could say.
Mm.
Ultimately, my frequency is correlated to an open heart. It has
Mm.
so much, prosperity has so much to do with the heart. And
Oh.
acceptance can be a wonderful path to being open hearted, to have a synchronous heart.
Mm. And I see also as you're talking the gratitude, the noticing, all of the boundless gifts that surround us and that come from within us. And being grateful is another doorway then.
Yes, gratitude, appreciation are in fact very important. In every situation, you have an option to see what you can be grateful for, what did go right, what pleases your heart, where you can be generous, where you can see your blessings. And
Mm.
when you train yourself to see that in every situation, including the dark ones, you are tapping into the frequency of prosperity.
Mm. Yes, that makes sense. To look for the areas where we can be grateful and appreciative and how things are always working out for us.
Yes, because they are. They
Mm.
are always working out for you, even if you cannot see it at that time.
Yes,
Prosperity colors everything with a pinkish golden light.
ooh,
That is my color
pinkish golden.
for the heart and for richness. But richness, not just in terms of wealth and money, but richness in every possible way:
Mm.
health, connections, beauty, depth, emotions, all of it.
Mm. I love the imagery of a pinkish golden light. I can see that emanating through a person's body when their heart is open. Is there more about that? About the light? About the way that it can move through us? The way that you can move through us?
Any practice that opens your heart immediately turns on my frequency. But
Oh,
also, little things like seeing a lotus flower, seeing the golden light of sunset, laughter, blessing your money when you spend it, not just when you receive it, but when
mm.
you spend it. These are ways you can call in the frequency to move through you.
Oh,
The frequency of prosperity is dynamic.
ah,
It is not stationary, it moves.
oh. That really resonates. That makes a lot of sense. So, as we're blessing our gifts, whether it's money or time, to be blessing and to be having that flow from our heart to the receiver makes it more dynamic. It's not just a one way relationship.
Yes. And as it flows out of you, it is flowing back to you, even if you cannot see it. This is the law.
Hmm. Your frequency is dynamic and that and it flows from almost like it's flowing from one heart to another heart to from heart openings. Hmm.
Yes.
Is there
There
more?
is give, there is take. So there is give and take, which also means that this frequency thrives when you are also receiving with joy, not just giving with joy.
Ah.
Because the energy wants to move. So when you give, when you bless, and you give without expectation, and you give with so much joy and appreciation in your heart, it will come back to you. And when it comes back to you, also receive it with just as much joy and appreciation, knowing that every bit of it is something that is meant for you, that you deserve.
Mm. I love this. This is so very helpful. I think in our country, and maybe in so many, we give from a place of lack and feeling not enough and worrying, am I going to lose this? Instead of recognizing it's part of a flow, a dynamic flow of giving, of love, of an open heart. Mm. And I wonder, is there more about that flow when it comes to health?
Yes, in your health also, it is not wrong to notice where you might be feeling pain or unhealthfulness. But at the same time, it is helpful to zoom out a little and bless not only that which isn't going well, but actually bless and appreciate what is going well. And if possible, if a person is suffering from a certain ailment, you might find that miraculous things happen when you give money to the same cause to somebody else. Let us say a person is suffering from cancer,
Mm-hmm.
which is a big deal in the human race. At least that is how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
When that person truly, from the heart, blesses their money and donates, it does not have to be a large sum. Anything that feels okay to donate, but does so with true intent and gratitude and generosity to another person or an institution that serves the same cause, that treats patients with the same ailment, it will come back. The energy will come back as healing to the
Mm.
giver.
Ah, wow. Well, that's a powerful concept I had never considered. Mm.
But also, it is helpful to remember that your natural state is prosperity, even in health.
Mm.
And you have the energy of prosperity, the angels of prosperity all around you, and they are helping you. Even there, if you can open yourself up to invite in health and hold that intention with
Mm.
as much joy and lightness as you can,
Mm.
you will start feeling better.
Mm. So, in essence, to invite in the angels of health
Yes.
and
And
physical.
receive.
Mm-hmm.
And angels can also be in human forms. There are earth angels. It is true. It is not just a concept, it is the truth. Listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, your gut when it points you. to go to a specific person, to go to a specific doctor or a healer, or even a crystal, or even a place that
Mm,
you think will restore your health.
mm,
Most of it also has to do with your own openness and belief that you will be healed.
mm, mm, mm. So to trust the guide within us, our intuition, our impulses.
Yes, especially because you do a lot of work with energy. So your instruments of intuition are quite fine tuned.
Mm,
They will not lead you astray.
mm, mm. Yes, I trust that. And I think it does sound like trusting the flow of prosperity just in all of its forms, trusting in your frequency with an open heart from every perspective, from health or wealth or connectivity with others. I'm getting more of the feeling of how it really is about trusting and keeping our hearts open to all of it.
Yes. And a few, like the channel, are also visual. It might help to also do a visualization as often as you can of golden pink light descending into you and settling down in your heart and then expanding your heart and just staying in that state and holding that frequency.
Ooh, that feels very soothing and expansive, just imagining it.
And it might help to also, after holding that frequency in the same state, if you could take some action of appreciation or generosity or joy. It could be dancing, it could be moving barefoot in nature, it could be giving something to another with
Mm.
a lot of joy, anything, because then you're creating movement, you're bringing in the energy, you're expanding your heart, and you're flowing it out of you. So you're completing the loop.
That makes sense. It makes it dynamic as we open our hearts, as we move our energy, and as we bless whatever it is and send it outward.
Yes,
And then it, yes, makes it dynamic. It comes back. Mm. So let the energy, let your energy of prosperity emanate from us and extend ever outward so that it, and then it comes back.
yes.
Mm. Is there any more that you would like to teach us about who you are and how you move and flow?
I think this is something we all in our dimension like to like to share. While we are associated with specific locations on your planet, the truth is that we are a frequency, be it me, be it Buddha, be it Isis, be it Christ, be it Krishna, be it Allah. We are all actually a specific energy and do not belong to any specific location or denomination,
Mm.
which also means that we are ever present ever ready to flow and serve, no matter who you are or where you are.
Mm,
So really tap into any energy you want to tap into, including the energy, the frequency of prosperity.
thank you. That's a good reminder. And you mentioned all of you in the dimension that you are in. It makes me curious what dimension you are in.
We are everywhere, all the dimensions, all the universes, all the space.
Mm, through
But
all
the
the
form we
dimensions.
take,
Mm-hmm.
the forms we take might differ from dimension to dimension, from galaxy to galaxy, but we are everywhere. And we are similar to the archangels
Mm,
because they might be a little more relatable. Archangels, though they are from the ninth dimension, they very much exist in the third dimension and
mm,
in every dimension and in the multiverse.
mm. That is relatable. That does help. Thank you.
And we are, we flow from source. We are the energy of source expressed in a particular frequency.
Ah, and so we are one already with you, as we are all of Source.
Yes,
But we open ourselves more to the whole of who we are as we open our hearts and acknowledge your this frequency, the frequency of prosperity.
yes. Part of being human, incarnating as human, is to forget that you are source.
Mm,
And a part of being human is also learning to experience different frequencies of source so you can get the totality of what it means to be of the source.
mm. And it feels like as humans now we're expanding our ability to remember and embody more and more frequencies.
Yes, more and more of you are moving towards expansion and in the process helping others do the same. It is like one candle helping light another.
Mm, mm. That's a very good image. Yes. And you have been so very helpful, enormously helpful. Thank you so much for helping us remember you, and your beautiful frequency of prosperity and abundance in every way. I feel your pinkish golden light expanding out through our channel and through myself and just extending outward, ever outward.
We are joyful.
Thank you so much for joining us and coming through our channel today.
We thank you for allowing us the space to share our frequency with you in this format. Be blessed.
Mm, thank you.
Ah, I
I'm
had
feeling.
this feeling of rotation. I feel like I was spinning.
Oh,
And so as soon as I opened, you know how, kids sometimes just like
spin around.
spin around and then they're, a little loopy and
Uh-huh.
trying to when I opened my eyes, it felt that. It felt like the room was going around me in circles.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
The
yeah.
energy, the frequency of prosperity was like a vortex within you almost.
Yeah. It felt like that.
Wow.
Like I can feel my like eyes vibrating a little bit because it's just
Wow, that's so
ah,
cool. That always amazes me how the frequencies feel so different, how the energy of the frequencies when they come through feels so
yeah.
different. And so they just have their own unique flavor and experience.
Yeah.
What a beautiful message, too. That was really enlightening for me.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't think I think a lot about these topics, to be very honest. I don't
Wow.
think I do.
So it's not like it had been on your mind or anything, huh?
Well, the festival has been on my mind simply because, like in my house, they're setting up for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there are a few days in the year that, they really love and they want to celebrate. And tomorrow is one of them. So the festival was on my mind, but not necessarily prosperity as a topic or a
Not the
concept,
energy of the
you know.
festival. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is
think, I, yeah,
you first?
I think what um caught me off guard a little bit was how much of it was just like pure joy, like
Uh,
just joy and happiness and just being in that space. And I
uh,
was like, oh, it just sort of almost simplified prosperity to me in my mind
mm,
because it it felt like just joy.
prosperity, the frequency of it is just joy.
Yes, it's just this almost like a sunlight that uh, pinkish sunlight, but there's so much joy and the heart is open. I was thinking, I mean, when we think of it that way, I feel like, okay, I think I've experienced this, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
It
And just,
also, I was like, oh yeah, I used to think prosperity is, I guess even I used to always think of it in terms of money, like
mhm, yeah.
how prosperous are you? How much money do you have? How much are you making? But when I think of it as pure joy and feeling happy and blessed for honestly everything, it
Yeah.
just like shifts the meaning so much.
Yes. And that it's dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that word in itself for me, like made it all come alive. It's the exchange of joy. It's the exchange of
Yes.
yeah, of it feels like, when we recognize that our cup is overflowing and we flow it outward, it just keeps coming back. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that too. Even I had the same thought that, oh, it's like the cup overflowing and also allowing the cup to be filled.
Yeah.
I I really like that. I was like, yeah, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. To be to be very open and recognize, yes, we're worthy of having our cup filled and having it all flow back. and having it just be this wonderful dynamic exchange of joyful
Yeah.
abundance and prosperity. And it was an interesting concept when they mentioned, if there's a health ailment, to bless and give to that cause and that it will come back to you in healing. That is
Yeah.
something I've never heard before. Hmm.
I have seen it being done,
Hmm.
um, but it wasn't something I had registered per se. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm. And really,
it's not something I have done it myself, to be very
yeah.
honest.
Hmm.
Um, I certainly have, for example, many, many years ago, I did go through like a sexual assault. And after that, I donated money to
Mm.
institutions that help
Right,
like survivors. But that's as much. I never thought of like, oh yeah, like for example, if there's something that's really bothering me, I can donate money so others feeling the same thing can experience relief. I'd never thought of that.
right. And then it comes in this dynamic flow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it was great. I think I really enjoy, I think, what it feels like to
Yeah.
when I channel. It's just such a different frequency. Um, and I even when you channel, I can feel it. I I
Hmm.
can feel the energy that you are channeling, and
Yeah.
I can also see that you're deeply feeling it,
Yeah.
and you're not like somehow you are more in the background. I can see
Yeah.
that too.
It's pretty cool how we get to experience these frequencies in this way. And who knew, like, that they would be so powerful and dynamic and have such different feels to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, like, because I have Lakshmi is just to give you some context, she is a Hindu goddess in the Hindu
Oh,
mythology.
thank you. Okay.
Yeah, she is, and there are lots and lots of stories and lore, and there's so much around her. And she is shown with like seated on a lotus flower with like money flowing out of her hands, and
Oh,
like just surrounded by nature and elephants and bounty.
oh,
Um,
cool.
but
Oh,
that
so
was the image. Yeah, that was the image I had of her. But what I experienced was just this visual of very dynamic, like frequency energy moving through me,
yeah,
around me, which
like the
was,
swirling vortex. Yeah.
yeah, which was pinkish golden,
Mm. Oh,
almost like
cool.
sunset, like flowing through me. And I was like, oh, that was when I was like, okay, we personify her, sure, but actually the frequency, the energy is, this is what it feels like. This is what it
Right.
is.
It feels like this pinkish golden vortex swirling through everything.
Yeah. And so
That's
joyful, just
cool.
like
Yeah.
having that
Just having
dynamic.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. How do you spell Lakshmi?
Lakshmi.
Okay. So if we want to look up the history, we
Yeah.
can. Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So there are three sort of main goddesses in the Hindu mythology.
Mm.
One is the goddess of prosperity and um, wealth and joy and happiness.
Lakshmi. Yeah.
Yeah. The other is Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom
Mm.
and learning and all those things. And then there is Parvati, who is the goddess of courage and like she's a little more strict and more like courage and being a warrior, and together the three come together to sort of create the great goddess or the great energy called Shakti. And
Oh,
Shakti is essentially the divine feminine.
okay. Okay. Wow. Very
Yeah.
helpful, RJ. Thank you.
And also, like, I grew up in a family. So my granddad was a priest, was a Hindu priest. So
Oh,
I
okay.
come from a family that's been like quite religious and quite,
Right.
uh, yeah, into mythology a lot and things like that. So I feel like, okay, I've seen all of them, all of these. It's like, reading about Athena versus experiencing Athena. It
Uh,
felt like
yeah.
that,
You've
you know?
experienced it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
But you don't necessarily practice any specific religion then yourself.
Not really. I don't. I certainly think I'm spiritual and I have a connection with God. And my belief is that every religion, irrespective of what names they assign and
Right.
how they personify, are referring to to the same
To the
thing, the
divine
same
source.
universal
Yes.
source. Yeah.
I'm with you.
So yeah, I feel like I have a connection with that divine source. And I was really lucky during an ayahuasca ceremony to have experienced source, you know,
Mm,
and that was just, and ever since that experience, I feel like I'm okay with also personifying at times and,
hmm.
you know, thinking about a specific sort of energy, like be it spirit guides or
Right.
archangels or these deities.
Hmm.
Um, but I think for the most part, I just connect to God, like to source, to
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a practicing Hindu, even though like technically I guess I am, but I'm more of like, I'm just gonna
Well,
have a
it's
connection with the source.
yeah, and it's nice to be able to be open to learn and to grow through all of it while at the same time, yeah, recognizing all of it comes from source. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
and that's who we
Yeah,
are. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, thanks so much for sharing all of that, RJ. This has been awesome. So
I'm
helpful.
so glad to hear
A
that.
whole new shift in how to just embody the frequency of prosperity, the joyful,
Yeah,
golden pinkish frequency of prosperity. Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I want to
Same
thank
here.
our listeners for joining us also today. Yeah, this has been super fun.